I'll show you this real quick here. This is the koa. This is 1 day. The frequency of bubbles is really low. When I filled this up, I filled it up to about there. So it's already gone down about 3/8 of an inch or a half inch. But these have been in for the better part of about 26 hours now. So I'm going to shut it off and let them soak. Hey, much better. So I'm going to let these soak for a bit. But because the resin was actually already being absorbed through the vacuum process, sometimes when you do it, you don't lose a lot of resin during the vacuuming process. You lose a lot more when you shut it down and then you open the valve. Once you open the valve and you let oxygen back into this environment right here, the wood relaxes, and I might have mentioned it in a previous video, the wood relaxes, and when it relaxes, that's when it starts to absorb all of its outside environment. Its environment that it's in here, which is the resin. And that's what gets the wood to absorb it a lot more. Now, because I lost 3/8 of an inch or about a half inch of resin already through the vacuuming phase, I'm going to have to at some point add more resin in here, because I know right now I have it's about a finger thick, so it's just around a half inch, 5/8 of resin left over, that if I open this chamber up and I let atmosphere back in here again, all of that'll go. And not only will it go, but it'll probably go well below the block. That's normal. But what I have to do is I have to open this up and I have to add more solution to it so it absorbs. But for right now, I'm going to leave it go for it. So I'm just going to let it sit in there for a moment like that. Let it stay it's forcing the wood to stay stressed right now. So I'm going to let that go. Now, what I did want to bring you into is I do have the pressure pot over here still. And the pressure pot still has the quilted maple in it. It doesn't have to be in here anymore, but I'm not ready to pull this out yet, because if I pull the quilted maple out, I have to wrap it immediately and foil and get it into the toaster oven. But I can't do that because I have batch number 3 in the toaster oven warming up. And this time I do have a couple of pieces of koa left over. I have 3 pieces of koa left over, but I have a little bit of a really hard maple for a customer. He sent me some maple, and he wants his knives made out of the maple that he got off his farm from 20-some years ago. This maple is super dense, and I don't know if you'll see it, it has really nice grains in it. It's very hard, very solid, but I'm going to try my hand at, these are about 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch by 5.5 inch pieces. That's a matching set right there. That's a book match end. There's 2 pieces there, but they're about a 1/2 inch thick. When you do stabilize wood, you want it at least a 1/2 inch thick, if not thicker. But because I was cutting to try to find some nice grains to make book match ends rather than just have some plain character to it, I wanted something with a little bit more personality. I had to cut them down to a 1/2 inch, so I found these. So I'm going to try to stabilize those. I also threw in here some lace wood the same way. I got 2 1/2 inch pieces of lace wood. I've never stabilized lace wood before, so I'm going to try that. So I have 2 pieces of palm, 2 blocks of palm, I have the maple, I have the lace wood, I have 3 koa, and then I also threw in here some bacote, and I'm looking forward to that. And here, I'll show you real quick. And it's not going to hurt this to just do this right now. This bacote, where did it go? Here it is. This is the bacote right here, and it's pretty hard, but I wanted to try stabilizing. I want to see if I can get some resin inside this. It's a very hard, dense wood, but I don't know its Janka rating. I haven't checked that, but I've seen it stabilized by some of the other stabilizing companies. But again, as I've mentioned before, they stabilize. Those guys stabilize with such extreme pressures, I can't even mimic it. None of us could. None of us small knife makers could. But the reason for this part of the video is I wanted to bring you guys in to show you exactly the finished product of what this looks like and weights. This is the last 3 pieces. This is what you guys saw me put in. This is what we went in together with, what we started with. They are hard. They are good to go. This is what you want to see. All the shiny stuff here, this is the cactus juice. This is what happens after it's been cured. It gets hard like that. So what I wanted to show you is a little bit of before and after. As you've seen some of the video in the past couple of videos here about what we were doing, cutting up the wood, what it looked like and such. But what I didn't do is do a weight, show you what it looked like when it was weighed in. So what I want to do is, I found a piece, this one here, if you notice, this one has a little bit of that spalt in there. Well, This came from a longer piece, if you remember in the video. And what I did is I only stabilized some of it. This piece got stabilized and cured. There's another piece that's still in the pressure pot with the rest of them. And then I have this piece. This piece is still raw. This has not been stabilized yet. So these two are from the same board. So that's the first caveat. So size-wise, they're near identical. You'll see that this one's just, you know, the one on top is just a hair shorter, but it's just a little bit wider. You see that? You know, a little bit thicker there, and right about here. So this one that hasn't been treated yet is bigger slightly by this one, but not by much. But what I wanted to do is show you guys the weight idea. So a raw piece of quilted maple. We'll put it on here. Let's zero this all off. Let's go to, we're going to put this on here. Let me get you guys out here. And we're looking at 5.8 ounces. You said, is that going to come out okay? Let's see here. Sorry, my leg on the tripod's getting out of the way. 5.8 ounces right there. Okay. So we have 5.8 ounces for the raw one. Now, here's the one that's been cured with the cactus juice. 10.6. 10.6. So 5.8 to 10.6. So nearly a 50% increase in weight. So again, that's 10.6. Here's the other one again. Put that on there. 5.8 again. So not bad, huh? So we got 5.8 and 10.6. Yeah, short video. I just want to share this with you. I'm going to actually go in and I'm going to start editing. I got a business meeting to do and I've got some stuff to do with the kids. Then I'm going to go inside the house and actually dedicate a few hours of editing film, because I have got probably 2 or 3 hours of this series to edit, as well as a couple other videos to edit. I've kind of slacked off a little bit doing so many other things the first part of January. So with that said, thank you again, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the support. My daughter, again, as always, she's sending me those messages, and it's really cool to see the subscriber base. Same thing on Facebook. Everybody's been really great and showing support and sharing my Facebook page on their Facebook platforms, as well as through Instagram. So thank you again, guys. Again, like, share, subscribe, cknifeandtool.com. Check out all the knives that I have coming out, as well as how to order. Gift cards, t-shirts, that kind of thing. Patreon.com helps me support the channel. You know, $1 a month is just a big thank you. It's $12 for the whole year, so it's not all that bad. It's not, you know, too much or anything like that. But for $12 for the year, it's just showing me that, hey, you like what I'm doing and you're trying to support the channel. $5 for a month, that would be $60 for the year, will get you into raffles and drawings at the end of 2018. You can get gift certificates to get a knife from me. You can get gift certificates from Amazon. I have maybe a little swag box or a little gift box kind of thing. I work that with you. And at $10 a month, at $120 for the year, you're put in a drawing to win a knife that's valued at $300. So it's a $120 investment in me and the business here and the company and the YouTube channel and such. But depending on how many people I have in that category, how many of those patrons like yourself are in that top category, means you might have a good chance of getting a $300 knife made by me with your input. That's a Montana, that's a Rogue, that's maybe a couple of Jaspers. Maybe you want a his and her Jaspers, that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. So that's patreon.com/cknifeandtool. Until next video, guys, you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Thank you again, and we'll see you later.